Thanks for joining us. My name is Ibrahim Sani. Today we shall talk about the 7th Selangor ASEAN Business Conference. This is happening on the 19th until 20th of October. There's a lot that needs to be unpacked. Joining us in the studio right now is the CEO of Invest Selangor Berhad, yang berbahagia, Datuk Hassan Azari Haji Idris. Datuk, thanks very much for taking the time to speak with us. The 7th Selangor ASEAN Business Conference 2023 or SABC is going to take place in just a few weeks from now. And of course, after the 7th edition of organizing the conference, maybe you can walk through with us some of the key highlights for this year.
Thank you, Ibrahim. I think this year we will talking about the ASEAN as the investment destinations. Previous years we are talking about RCEP, TPP, and so on. But this year we highlighting the investment landscape in ASEAN, and we are promoting ASEAN as one. And even though this program is promoted or organized by Invest Selangor or Selangor State Government, but we are not only promoting Selangor as the investment destinations, but we bring along all the other investment promotion agency from other state in Malaysia, as well as the investment promotion agency from other countries as well. So we will be exploring, we will be engaging with more speakers from ASEAN countries, and also we will be involving various IPAs in the countries and also in the region.
Of course, this year's theme is Selangor Epicenter of ASEAN, leveraging on diversity, catalyzing opportunity, and creating prosperity. How do you transcribe all of this into the Selangor's economic roadmap? And perhaps, how do you think Selangor will become the game changer among ASEAN members?
So, okay, last year we launched the Rancangan Selangor 1 or Selangor Plan 1. This is the economic plan or 5 years economic roadmap plan for Selangor State. This is the first time Selangor State Government came out with with such plan, is to guide us in the directions towards for the next 5 years. So this Rancangan Selangor 1 or Selangor Plan 1 covering various themes, and under the thrust of economy, we have 3 focus area, which is a Sabak Bernam development area, which is focusing on the agricultural and agritourism activities. Second one is the Selangor Maritime Gateway, focusing on this Sungai Kelang rejuvenation plan. And the third one is the integrated development region in South Selangor, or we call it in short IDRIS, covering the district of Kuala Langat and Sepang. So all these 3 growth area covering or consisting of 108 projects for the next 5 years. We hope that it will be the catalyst of the economic growth in the future.
And of course, you think about these kind of items being the catalytic change that you want to bring to the conference. However, the global economic situation is a mixed bag. We're looking at some countries still on the, say for instance, interest rate hike. You're looking at the geopolitics of, say, Ukraine and Russia still ongoing. China, of course, having a lot of other developments that is happening there as well. So how do you think the current global economic situation can be paired together in terms of what needs to be achieved from this year's conversation at SABC? So
this year, SABC, we hope that we can leverage ASEAN as the economic potentials in the future, ASEAN as the digital potentials investment destinations, and also to understand further on the ASEAN investment landscape. Talking about the economic potentials, ASEAN with the more than 650 million populations definitely has a lot of potentials. Currently, ASEAN is the 5th largest economy in the world, offering a lot of opportunities in the regions. It's not only Malaysia, but we are talking Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, and so on. And talking about the digital potentials, the growth of the e-commerce industries, the fintech, the smart city solutions or whatnot. So all this giving a lot of potential, because all the countries have their own unique problems, and all these problems need solutions. That is why we are also having this kind of topics during this conference. And on the investment landscape, of course, we have our own advantage. Indonesia have their own advantage. Thailand have their own advantage. So maybe something that can be found out in Malaysia cannot be found out in Indonesia, vice versa. So that is why all the investment promotion agency representing Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, and so on, they will be presenting their advantages in promoting their investment locations.
Okay. We'll go for one short break. When we come back, we'll discuss a little bit more with Invest Selangor regarding the ASEAN Business Conference that is happening there. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back. I have with me in the studio the CEO of Invest Selangor Berhad, yang berbahagia Datuk Hassan Azhari Haji Idris. We're looking at the details of the Selangor ASEAN Business Conference, or SABC 2023. Maybe you can walk through us in terms of the lineup of the speakers that is going to be there, as well as the topics that is going to be discussed at that particular conference, and maybe some expectations in terms of the number of participants that is going to be attending this conference.
Yeah, we are targeting around 300 participants for this year conference, and we invited two ministers from Malaysia and Indonesia to give special address. MITI Minister, our MITI Minister, and also from Indonesia, State-Owned Enterprise Minister. But we're still waiting for their confirmation. So the invitations has been sent to them, and a few Deputy MITI Minister already confirmed one of the panel speakers. Our Minister of Economy already confirmed to attend the networking sessions and to give special address to the conference participants. And Tan Sri Nazir Razak also, as the chair for the ASEAN Business Advisory Council, also already confirmed his attendance as the panel speakers. And we are also inviting speakers from Indonesia, from Thailand, from Singapore, from Philippines, and so on. We invited Secretary General ASEAN Japan Center, Dr. Kunihiko Hirabayashi, so one of the speakers also. Dr. Juwita Muhammad from IDEAS Malaysia will be talking mostly on the policy. Some of the IPAs, the Investment Promotion Agency, CEO of Iskandar Region Development Authority also will be speaking. CEO of Invest Sabah also will be speaking. From Singapore Institute of International Affairs also will be speaking during this conference. So just to name a few, and when we go to the closer date, then we will reveal more speakers that are already confirmed.
Okay, it seems like it's a pretty well-rounded list of speakers, particularly when you look at the geographies that they represent. You were mentioning Singapore, Indonesia, many more, including Japan. And it seems like it does have the international flavor to it.
Yeah.
The concern that I would like to explore with you right now are the three main markets of the world right now, predominantly the US, the EU, as well as China. And pertaining to this, maybe you can talk to us in terms of the opportunities that lie within ASEAN when it comes to these larger nations or larger markets like the US and China. And perhaps, are you exploring more investment opportunities coming in from the European Union or even the UK?
Okay. In Selangor context, for the past 5 years, the top 5 countries that investing in Selangor state is China, Netherlands, Singapore, Taiwan, and Japan. So we have countries from Europe, we have countries from Asia. And we still believe that we still can get more investment from all these nations, whether from US, from China, or from European countries. And that is why this conference will be giving the opportunities for the speakers, or for the participants. It's not only because our participant is not only local participants, but we are also inviting foreign participants from various countries, especially from ASEAN countries. We will bring them to attend this conference, so that they also can network with the speakers from participants from other countries, exploring the opportunities and sharing knowledge from various sources and from various countries.
Of course, bringing this conversation back to the local level, we're looking at how the local players can actually benefit from these kind of conversations. Do you feel that for the local industry players, SABC has a lot in terms to offer when it comes to insights, networking, and perhaps see how they can adapt to these kind of networking for their own businesses?
Mm-hmm. So I think because this platform or this conference we are providing the platform for them to connect and collaborate, whether among the participants or also getting the insight from the speakers. So because the speakers will be talking about the economic ASEAN economic growth, ASEAN potential in digital economy, and also and not to forget the access to Selangor business ecosystem. Even though we are talking about ASEAN countries or other states in Malaysia, but the fact that this event is organized by Selangor state government, it shows that this is the opportunity for us to showcase whatever that we have in Selangor, representing multiple industries, showcasing our strength in various fields in Selangor. So it is positioning, is an effort to position Selangor as the gateway to ASEAN. That is the main objective actually.
Okay, we'll go for one more short break. When we come back, we'll conclude our conversation with Invest Selangor. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back. This is a very interesting episode because we are in conversation with the CEO of Invest Selangor, Yang Bahagia Datuk Hassan Azhari, Haji Idris. We're looking at the most interesting event that is going to take place on the 19th, 20th of October, the 7th Selangor ASEAN Business Conference, or SABC. Do check out the details of that because there's a lot of opportunities that lie within when it comes to these kind of events. And of course, we are going to explore even further in terms of how this can actually promote regional collaboration and positioning of Selangor moving forward. So, Dato, let's talk about how SABC has been seen as a promoter of regional collaboration, and how does this position Selangor as being a vibrant destination for ASEAN markets and ASEAN players?
I think I would like to start with the Selangor business potentials. And talking about Selangor business potentials, we need to look into the economic strength of Selangor. Selangor, undeniably, is the economic powerhouse in Malaysia, contributing 25.5% of the GDP to the country. And we have the best infra as compared to other states, and also broader or matured business ecosystem. And the most important thing is the talent pool. We will be able to provide more talent as compared to other states in the country. But the fact that we are producing more than 60,000 graduates every year from multi-disciplines, multi-skills, and these factors will support the business ecosystem tremendously, especially on the talent pool availability. And this event also is the platform for them to have potentials, collaborations with potential partners from various countries in the region, and also to leverage ASEAN integrations in doing business. We have been talking about ASEAN economic community a few years back, but there are still some certain hurdles in many aspects. So speakers also will be touching this aspect also on how we can move products and services within the regions in a more seamless way.
And of course, this is in part and parcel, in part of the tandem of this larger conference, which is the 7th Selangor International Business Summit.
Correct.
Maybe you can tie in this conversation of how the ASEAN Business Conference and how the Selangor International Business Summit work together.
Okay, Selangor International Business Summit consists of 5 exhibitions plus 1 conference. So 6 main events running in parallel. So conference is the one that we talked just now is about Selangor ASEAN Business Conference. The other 5 events is the 9th Selangor International Expo on F&B, food and beverages. This sector or this segment is the biggest component in the Selangor International Summit. We'll be covering 3 halls, hall 6, 7, and 8. Second one is the 3rd Selangor International Expo on Medic. This is focusing on pharmaceutical products, medical devices, healthcare services, and so on. Third one is the 3rd Selangor Industrial Park Expo. This Selangor Industrial Park Expo is the place where potential investors can look around where is the best destinations, because this is the only exhibitions that promoting industrial parks. So the participant will be the industrial park developers. It's not only from Selangor, but also from other states in Malaysia and also other countries from ASEAN. So Philippines will be coming in, Indonesia will be coming in, Thailand and Vietnam also will be coming in. So other states in Malaysia also will be coming in. Negeri Sembilan, Penang and so on also will be joining to promote their investment locations. The 4th one is the 8th Selangor Smart City and Digital Economy Conventions. Of course, we'll be talking about the smart city solutions, the issues of the fintech and digital economy and so on. And last but not least is the 4th Selangor R&D and Innovation Expo, where we provide the opportunities to research centers, universities to promote their R&D products and looking for the potential partners to commercialize their products. So we line up all these programs, 6 main events. Of course, they will be within this six main event also there will be sub-events to it. Some of the conference on the medical, some of the conference on the smart city and so on. So this will portray the positions of Selangor to strengthen the Selangor positions as the epicenter of ASEAN.
Doing this for 7 years now, and I've been a strong promoter of these conferences. Thank you very much for coming on the show again and again, because what I do notice is that when I attend these kind of conferences, it grows from strength to strength. However, we did have to face COVID, and it was a strange moment for us, maybe 2-3 years, like trying to get our feet, recovered from that COVID idea. Can you share with us your experience and your story behind this growing from strength to strength? It is the 7th edition. What have you learned so far over the past 6 episodes?
I think we started in 2015 with Selangor International Expo, and we cover mostly. It's not specific or dedicated into specific industries, but we cover all. By the 3rd year, we rebrand the event under the name of Selangor International Business Summit, because we have various sectors that we think that potentials to be pushed further. So F&B is one of it. And when we at the peak or at the stage of accelerating the events, then COVID come. In 2020, we're supposed to move our events to KLCC, bigger space, better accessibility and so on, but we can't organize physically. So we do it virtually. And the following year, in 2021, we organize it as the hybrid event, physical and also virtual. And to our surprise, physical visitors recorded at 25,000 during 2021, where the pandemic still there, and various measures in terms of the number of visitors coming in, we need to take care of that. And last year, the visitors is around 44,000 plus. This year we are targeting 50,000, and potential transactions value for last year was 1.4 billion during the events. So from there, we would be able to identify which sector that gain more tractions. So maybe next year we need to split the event into 2 sessions or whatnot due to the space and also the response from the industry players.
But of course, you're looking at some of the developments this year, like medical devices, for instance, R&D. These are very interesting events where you could see some potential growth there, some potential networking to be happening there. There's a lot of local players that are involved in these kind of spaces. Are these the kind of lessons and learnings that you have picked up over the past few episodes or editions of this conference?
Yeah. That is why we try to link or to align the conference topics with the exhibition's theme. So the conference topic this year about investment landscape in ASEAN, so we connect it with the Selangor Industrial Park Expo, where the participants, after the hearing or listening to the presentations, they can come to the exhibitions hall where the industrial park developers presenting their locations, the investment promotion agency is promoting their locations, and all the service provider for industrial park in many locations will be there. So they will be the theory or the knowledge that they get from the conference, it can be strengthened during the visit to the expo as well.
Okay, final comments, Dato', before we conclude our conversation today. What will be some of the, top line ideas that you can share with some of the viewers tonight?
I think for all the viewers, for those who are interested to know further about this event, you can visit our website, Selangor Summit, www.selangorsummit.com.
Fantastic. That was our conversation with the CEO of Invest Selangor, Yang Bagi Dato' Hassan Azari Haji Idris. You can also find out more on their socials as well, so do check that out. Just visit Invest Selangor socials anywhere you see them on social media. Of course, you can also go again to selangorsummit.com to find out more information there. The 7th Selangor ASEAN Business Conference SABC 2023 is going to take place on the 19th to 20th of October this year, so do check that out. I'm Ibrahim Sani. Catch you in the next one.